Really quick, before we jump forward into the total average percentage gains and the other factors at play between these two handhelds, I want to quickly throw one more handheld into the mix, and that is actually the Switch 2. And the reason I throw that in there is because not everyone watching this video, sometimes myself included, really cares about the crazy intense graphical fidelity of what they can get from a handheld console. Sometimes not even a console. And given all the recent hype about how the Switch 2 can play Cyberpunk, I was like, actually, yeah, how is the Switch 2 playing Cyberpunk? And how does that performance compare to our original ally here, who just got kicked around a little bit by its older brother, but might have a few tricks up its sleeve yet? So it turns out that the way the Switch 2 renders Cyberpunk is it renders it at 720p and upscales to 1080. And on handheld, it renders it like 450p or something and upscales to 810p or something. And when I read that, I thought, I'm thinking our original Switch is gonna beat that pretty well. And if you take a look at this graph, it sure as heck does, because when I benchmarked the original Ally running Cyberpunk at 720p using FSR upscaling to get it up to 1080p, we saw some very mighty gains of around 20 FPS at handheld /17 watt mode. And even our native 1080p benchmark of the original Ally was roughly in the ballpark of the upscaled performance of the Switch 2. And then when I cranked the power of the original Ally to 30 watt, we beat the Switch 2 by as much as 23 FPS. So it may be 2023 hardware, but it beat that 2025 Switch for sure. And bear in mind, going back to our $515 used upgraded ROG Ally baseline, an MSRP Switch 2 in Canada without any bundled game is $630. And suddenly paying 115 Canadian arcade tokens more than this guy for a much smaller game library isn't looking like the best play. But then again, if you love Nintendo games, then what are you gonna do?